Give your street kings.
Good morning. Man, I just wanted to give a quick little message, just real quick. I was just looking and discovering and seeing things like, if us black people, we like that story of teaching that false narrative, and the story of the old destruction news of, the white devils, and, white people made me do this, and, stuff like that. But have y'all ever, especially my ones who follow Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, and even just any type of prophecy and any type of people who speak positivity or anything like that, did y'all ever realize that, I'm going to say somebody like W.F. Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad, and even Farrakhan, they light-skinned, okay? They're not dark-skinned like me. I have a lot of chocolate on my skin. But they lighter skinned. And if we truly understand the story of W.F. Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad, especially W.F. Muhammad, his mother was white. So if his mother was white, what in our right minds gives us the audacity to call his mother the devil? What if Farrakhan's grandmother or great-grandmother or great-great-grandmother, or even just a friend or a cousin or an auntie or any type of relationship with him, what if they was white? And you calling his friend, kin, teacher, student, any of that, the devil? What if, what if Donald Trump was black and he had black people in his family, and he was blessed by black people in his family to be abundantly rich as he is, and he wants to help others, but we can't see that because we only see the color of his skin and not the joy in nobody's heart. See, a lot of people like to call me names of a bourgeoisie or whatever you call that word, or a traitor, or not understanding, or I don't know, or this and that and the third. It's not what about I don't know, it's about what I understand. Because know is just knowledge. So that's K-N-O-W, right? And right there you see, between K and W, you see that know. So you cannot know all the wisdom without the proper leadership, right? The proper guidance. Because even if we do got knowledge and wisdom with no understanding, we won't even understand that people come in lighter complexions. So if people come in lighter complexions, and we understand that we was born in triple darkness, and then we understood the light came. So if we understand triple darkness and the light, that means black and white, right? So that means black and white made one together, right? So if black and white made one together, why do we call white people the devils, but black people the gods? But we have these white devils get in our godly minds, hearts, spirits, and souls to make devilish decisions. How is that possible? You see, my dog even agreed with me. How is that possible? We can't sit there and say we was the first on the land, the first who invented, the first who taught, the first who, did this and that and the third. During the Enlightenment age, we taught white people and Europeans how to clean and bathe and all this stuff. We can't say that we did all this teaching of the first, but then we won't admit that we got manipulated by the people we taught to be godly. Some of them was godly and some of them was so demonic, just like us. So if they know that they come from us, we can be black as this, or brown as this, or brown as this, but then they get lighter over time, then they know they come from us. And it's not just white people. This goes for Afro-Arabs, this goes for Asians, this goes for islanders. I don't like to call them Mexicans and Latinos. They're island because they come from the islands, because those islands, that's where they landed, and they understand that the peace is amongst them. That's their land. So when they traveled amongst other lands, they tried to find similar people that look like them. And since they was a lighter complexion but the same type people, humans of color, they embraced them. You know, a lot of people don't understand hue is a color, and man is the creation that we see right here. So the color of a man is the color of the sky. You know, at night, that's where we create the most, right? Because we like to have sex at night. We like to conceive at night. So when we conceive our baby at night, we create that baby at night. It goes straight up, right? Because we in the dark making love to our woman to make a baby. So you think God wouldn't grant us that if he make us in triple darkness? Just a little bit of GAM easy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of them things I always sit back and I pay attention to, because regardless of how we want to, you know, try to label us, we can literally sit there and say we're the most godliest of the most godliest people. But then when we see our criminal history and we see that we commit more murders than we commit more people going to school or more businesses being ran, that's a problem. When we sit here and we admit to ourselves, not only to our people, we admit to ourselves that, oh, the white man did this to me. The white man. But did the white man give you an option, right? He gave you an option to say yes or no, right? And y'all chose yes to destruct our own people, right? Just like white people tell white people they have an option to destruct their own people or to leave it alone. And I'm pretty sure they leave that option to say, I'll just leave it alone and just move on about my business. Black people, we have to prove a point too much. We have to prove too much instead of proving to ourselves that we love one another. It's hard to prove that, but it's easy. What, you want to be in the camera? He has something to say. But yeah, it's easy to show hate, but it's hard to show love. Not understanding that hater is your heart just scrambled, and so is the earth. It's just your heart scrambled. It's the same words. Hater, earth, heart. If you a hater of the earth, you're going to hate your heart. And if you hate your heart, you ain't righteous. But if you love the earth, you're going to love your heart because you love not being a hater. So if you love not being a hater, guess what you're going to be? Golden. And guess what that golden make? Love and God. So you see that G-O-L-D? And God loves his golden children. Right? So that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I just get, you know, in my feels sometimes because I constantly got to see my people. And I ain't talking about these, you know, the color. I'm talking about the people. Black, white, Asians, Afro-Arabs. You know our original name, the Africans, we was called Afro Kings. That's where they got that word Negas from, because we was called Afro Kings. Because we always had froze. That's why y'all see the Japanese with the froze and stuff. Afro Kings. This was called the Afro King land, not Africanus, not Africa. It was the Afro King land. Because they understood whenever you left the King's land and you seen the Afro, you knew exactly where they came from. This is why they start twisting and braiding their hair. You know, we used to call it BBs when you had the BB knots. Those was your beginning, your extensions on your dreads or on your locks. That's why they call them BB locks. But yeah, those are your extensions, your start off points. So whenever y'all get ashamed by being called a African, embrace it, because we are Afro Kings. I just tend to be bald and have an afro on my face now and not my head, but my crown is still there, and my crown is still here. I holla to y'all, holla to y'all, holla to y'all. Love y'all. Bless all. You know what my OG say, Richie Rich? I love his line. What he say? Dang. I don't know, but it'd be like something like it's like a love your people and hug them babies. It's something like that. But I love it. Because he always say love them babies. And it's crazy because, not in a disrespectful way, Richie Rich is still a baby to somebody's elder out there. Richie Rich is still an OG to a youngin' like me. So if somebody like that is always around to just say little simple things, or just hugging them babies, love your people and hug your babies, that's enough guidance for me. I'm sorry, guidance. That's how you spell it. Godance. Go dance for God. Entertainment. Peace and love. I just wanted to enlighten a little bit more on that, the brown and the white and things like that with the triple darkness. So, as far as first off, I want to start off by saying, gotta give the bouquet of flowers to our greatest creator, or our greatest creator who created a creator to help us destroy the problems. Because, as we always say, the devil was once an angel. So if the devil was once an angel, he was always angelic. So when he came down to the earth, they had to do what? He got turned into the devil because he's seen a lot of demonic things on this land, right? So when Yaqub, what we call the creator of the white man, when Yaqub decided to, listen, when Yaqub decided to take out the brown germ, aka, I ain't gonna say the curse word, the poop out of us. Don't we see brown? Because we don't know any other colors but you black or you white, right? So when Yaqub took that out, how is it that he took this brown germ out of us, okay? Because we are brown. So he took this brown germ out of us and he created another race of people, right? Because the triple darkness mean that they can come in any color. Because if we look at like a box of crayons, it doesn't separate the white, the black, and the brown and leave 5 colors, right? It doesn't do that. It has all colors in one box. So the original color of people could have been blue, black, green, orange, yellow, purple, white, gold, green. Like, it could have been anything. But since he took out that brown germ, and see who he made, the browns, the brown germs. And then what happened? We got lighter, and we became what we call red bone or caramel, or then we got lighter. Then we got so light that we turned white, right? Because we needed to see clear as day. We needed to see who the real problems was clear as day, right? Because see, the old message is out there about the white devils. But then when we look at our Santeria people or our islanders or anything like that, when they go to celebrate, you know, in their parades and stuff like that, they're dressed, quote unquote, as a devil. But we don't even understand that the devil do not like that name. So we already know that the devil is who? Not us and not the white folk. It's the germ in us that makes us the devils. It's the hate in us that makes us the devils. It's the destruction of our own people that make us the devils. So if we are literally destructing our own people and making ourselves the devils, why aren't we making ourselves back angelic? And when I say angelic, I mean back to angels. Why aren't we making ourselves back to the righteous people? Why aren't we allowing ourselves to give thanks the righteous way to our creator? It doesn't make sense how we can sit here and constantly say that we are not even the most perfect, but we are gods, but we acting like devils. It does not make sense to me. And I understand a lot of y'all will get offended, or you know, I don't know this, or I don't know what I'm talking about, and all this stuff. And I get it, but I'm just trying to deliver a message to change the mind frame of hate that we have. Because this mind frame of hate that we have is getting so overexceeded and so overly done that it's blinded to the good people that's out here. And we have so many good people out here that they don't know how to show their goodness, because their goodness always get taken away or stripped away because of some hatering, look, not catering people who cater you with love, but hatering people who will always look for a demising situation. And I know y'all don't like the way I speak. Y'all don't like the way, you know, lessons are taught. Y'all don't like the way certain words are said. But movies, rappers, entertainers, even the news, they say certain words, but they do not react on actions. Once you react on an action, you are no longer angelic, because you allowed a decision to literally change you over from an angel to a devil. And with devil, that means lived backwards. So if you lived backwards and you put yourself in dangerous situations, you are knowing that you are acting like a devil. But when you are an angel and you're on the right path, the right angle, you know that right angle, even though it's shaped as an L, it's a right angle, and it's a 90, a full-blown 9 that make you born out. So that means you're on the right path, because you dropped down and you went straight to the right. So we know we're on the right path, right? That's a right angle, right? So we should be able to understand that we have to stay on the right path, right? I don't want to go too deep into it, because it's, like I said, it's going to bring frustration out to certain people and certain ones who don't tend to understand or want to understand. No matter how many different organizations we have, from the Moorish community, the Afro community, the Asian community, the Latino or the Mexican or the Islander community, whether it's the Black Panthers or the Ku Klux Klan, or, no matter how we look at it, there's something in our heart. This got doggone big. Something in our heart that big, the size of a mustard seed, that keep us full of love. And for some odd reason, we don't like that right now. So until then, until we actually like and enjoy what we do, we're not going to like and enjoy ourselves, because we don't like and enjoy others. We don't like and enjoy when others are happy. We don't like to enjoy when others find peace. We don't like to enjoy when others find enlightenment. We like to accuse them of evil doing, evil ways. So when y'all hear the word Illuminati, always think about the electric company, the light company that illuminates and give y'all light in y'all's house. Always remember that. Y'all don't call the electric company the devil, so there's no reason for enlightenment to be called the devil. There's no reason why a compass that is set there for direction and a ruler that is set there for measurement is labeled as a devil or a killer or a demonic. There's no way in the world that's happening. The construction people can measure, and they can literally put in the right direction how to put buildings together, but the construction people aren't known as devils. So we have to get it correct. You cannot just put a group or an organization as, oh, they're devil worshipers. They worship the devil. So the Star of Dawood, or the Diamond of Dawood, or the Star of David must worship the devil, even though I see a head and 2 arms and 2 legs in our piece right there, right? Because 6 sides mean equality, while 5 sides mean power, right? So we want equality over power, because if we have power over our equality, then that means our people will be equal. And it's not just a people as in this color. I mean people as in a human people, humanity. Once humanity becomes so strong, then there's really nothing people can do, because our equality will be there. Once our equality is there, then we know we sit right next and be right next to our highest creator. But the God is in you. You got to be able to get that God in you, out of you, to guide you, to order your steps. Once God order your steps, you have to follow that right path. I don't like to rush. See, time is unlimited. So if time is unlimited, we have to understand that God gives us an unlimited amount of time to walk on this secondary heaven. But we cannot destruct it, especially if we was born construction, angels and gods. So if we're supposed to rise up from our lower beings, don't fall down from the highest spot and then make yourself fall down to the lowest you can never be. So to end this real quick, the bottom chakra is red, the middle of your pelvic or your private area is orange, that's sex. Then you have yellow, which is your golden gut feeling. Then you have green, which is your emerald heart. Then you have blue, which is your expression on your throat. Then right there at your throat, you have a scale, a scale, a scale, and a scale. 1, 2, 3, 4 scales, okay? So once we reach that scale, we already know we come into an indigo and the purple to reach our crown, and our golden crown is always to the sky, right? Ain't that sun above us golden? So let's reach that sun and not take down our suns. just a little bit more, you know. I know I've been noticing a lot of people, they tend to try to speak upon my Orishas. And a lot of people really do not got the true story of the Orishas. Y'all have the book story. And the only reason I say y'all have the book story is because they knew that the books was stored inside of us and not inside of a binded book, you know, a binded notepad. The messages are not in any binds. The messages are in your bonds. As you can see, the sun is shining, right? The sun is always shining, right? If it's not shining on you or with you, it's shining with someone else, right? So I just want to get into a brief understanding on my Orishas. And I label them my Orishas because they've been knowing me for forever. And with these Orishas, they tend not to play, okay? They used to have a lot of fun. They used to be very, what's that word, charismatic. I believe I said it right. They used to have a very, very, very strong personality when it came to loving us and bringing us here and allowing us to, you know, be able to teach and lead and, you know, show us new things. They allowed us to do that. But a lot of y'all praise Palo. I'm just gonna put it like that. When y'all praise Palo, you gotta understand you paid a low price to get information about people who does not even understand what monetary things mean, because these Orishas, they did not have to ask for money to get anything, okay? I know y'all know the basic Orishas from Shango, which is everybody's favorite because he has 3 wives. And then we have Eshu or Ilagwa because he's the father of the crossroads. Then we have Oshun, Yamaya, Nana, Aganya, Osane, Ososhi, Loganede, the Ibai twins. We got Ayawa, which is literally the real name, not a Yahweh or a Yahweh, I should say. Because a Yahweh is y'all's way, and a Yahweh is the female version. That's the one we need to be going to. So then we have Oba and Oya, Ifa Oya, Oba, who's the battle wife of Shango. Oshun was the reproductive wife of Shango and his favorite because it always birthed his babies. And Oya is his queen, which lives in the sky with him. So then when we have those things, they have certain ways that you have to speak to them to get their access. And a lot of y'all do not have pure hearts or pure souls or spirits to have their access. So when y'all try to access them, there's always a ugly appearance. And when it becomes an ugly appearance, it's because they see the ugliness inside. And I'm not saying all people who do this are ugly. I'm not saying that, because a lot of y'all have beautiful spirits, and I see y'all's beautiful faces, and I feel y'all's beautiful souls and spirits and energy, and I love it. But what I want y'all to understand when it comes to this type things, Yoruba, Santeria, Orishas, and all them, they are not a religion. They are not a religion. They are us. They are universal spirits. That's what I mean by us. So when we want to go to Oshala, that's the female version of Abatala. And with that female version of Abatala, which is Shala, and then you have the male versions, which is Baba. So you got Abatala, which is the man, or the oldest man or father time, and you have Oshala, which is the woman, his wife. When they made us, Abatala made us so perfect that he celebrated. And he celebrated by drinking wine or drinking a whole bunch of grape juice, because that's how you make wine, is grapes. And he didn't get intoxicated. He got so full of himself that he became lazy. And when he finished off the 15% that had to finish being created, he got lazy. And he didn't realize until he got off his, what we call it, got off his pedestal, got off his fulfillment, got off his high horse, and he realized that the last 15% of the people he made, they weren't as perfect as the 85% he made. So with that being said, he had to go apologize to the greatest and the highest for slacking off on his job that was assigned to him. He didn't get punished. He just had to recreate. And since he had to recreate, guess who he had to go to? Oshala, his wife, because he made a mistake. So put his wife in charge, just like he puts Oshun in charge of the recreation and the procreation. Yeah, it's the same cycle. It's literally the same cycle. We just go psycho when we don't understand it. So like I said, the Orishas is really a blessing to all, but a lot of y'all got in contact with Papa Lagwa. And Papa Lagwa don't play. See, Papa Lagwa is Elagwa's Papa. That's his dad. So when Elagwa don't like what y'all doing, because Elagwa Eshu had the best relationship with all. He had the best one. He was always considered the favorite, because not only did he want to save himself, he saved all his people, all his Orishas. Because he looked at all his Orishas as family, love, care, happiness, peace, joy, and all of that. There's so many stories about these Orishas that y'all don't understand. None of them are evil unless y'all's spirit and heart makes them evil. Other than that, they don't come evil. They don't come evil. Orisha is an original God. Original God-sent spirit down to help us. That's all it is. We just got to embrace the help and not embrace the hate. Because if we embrace the help, that means we embraced our heart. And we embraced our heart, that means we don't have a hater. We have a lover. We have a lover, not a fighter. You know what I mean? It's the same things. This is the reason why the Orishas came up with this terminology for us. So they can always, always, always find their positivity and their righteous. See, a lot of us think that Adam, A-D-A-M, in the Garden of Need or the Garden of Eden or Eat In, you know how we go all you can eat in the buffet and we go eat out? The Garden of Need was for eating in. So Adam didn't get born as a grown man. He got born as a child, as a baby. God would never deny his children eating. Never. So when Adam was put there, he was put there to understand that in this Garden of Need, you're going to see he didn't get punished for eating an orange, eating peanuts, eating dandelions, eating herbs. He didn't get punished for eating peaches, plums, watermelons, kiwi. He didn't get punished for that. So why would he get punished for eating one apple? But no punishment amongst anything else but one apple? It doesn't make sense, do it? It doesn't make sense. We have to make our stuff make sense. We have to understand that a lot of these books we read, they come from the oppressors. The oppressors write these books so we can literally read in between the lines. That's why they tend to have a space in between, like a 1/2 or a half or a 1.5 or in between, or a 2 double space. Because we got to read between the lines, read between the words. This is why even the letters have a small spacing between it. You got to read between it. Sometimes a lot of hate comes off. Sometimes a lot of love comes off. But we also got to know that if love come off, love can never be removed. Never. Shango, I love y'all. I love my people. What they say? Power to the people. I mean all people, not just this color. Power to the white people, power to the Amish people, power to the Afrab people, power to the white people, power to us black people, power to us children, power to us fathers, power to us mothers, power to us grandmothers, power to us. Just because we come down as a son and grow to a father don't mean that we not a son always, because we come as a father, we come as a son to become a father, to go back as a son to get the right directions from our father. Believe me, the women are the same way. They come down as daughters to be raised as mothers, to go back to the father, to understand how to remain as a daughter to raise our children. It's a reason why we real leaders. Blessings. Love y'all. Love all. Love yours like I love y'all's. Peace. Oh yeah. I love it. Thank y'all for the gift.
Give history kings.